Shalom. I give all my praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, SHABASHAM, QADASH. The bonus to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, teaching this truth and sincerity. Salutation to the hopeful and the spirit of the fullness earth. This is going to be our data verses, Proverbs 13:8. And it reads, "The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor hears not rebuke." Okay? The ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor hears not rebuke. All right, so this is the subheading going back to the contrast the upright and the wicked. Okay. Now when you get a word contrast, it means a state of being strikingly different from something, right? Different. So the upright, which is referring to the righteous, right? And the wicked is referring to, non righteous. So this going to this verse here, right? The ransom of a man's life are his riches. This is ultimately referring to the wicked, as in sense of not every brother that's rich, right? Because we have brothers in the truth that might have some money, right? But we know that brothers in the truth who might have wealth, right? They're not counting on their wealth to save them. Basically, they're not counting on their luck, because this is what the word ransom basically means, right? Price of a life, ransom of bride, right? So basically, a rich man's wealth, a man's riches, is what get him out of is a bride to get him out of any troubles or spare his life. Okay, so again, like I said, we know that brothers in the truth who might have wealth, right? Who might have wealth, basically. We know that they don't count on their wealth. We know, at least I, hope so, that those brothers don't count their wealth or their riches to save them. Okay. But the poor here is not rebuked, right? Meaning what? The poor, they, which refer to the upright in this sense, those that are lacking, right? Those are in need, basically. Those that don't have that might have money, okay. Because if you poor, that don't necessarily mean that you're homeless, etc. Right? It just means that you're not rich, okay. But you're not too rich, as in since you can you have money, etc. to basically save your life, or you're not too poor where you don't have, because Christian, what does the Lord say? The Lord said he will make us basically, he will not give it too much, and he will not give too little, right? He'll make us in the middle. He'll be content, right? We'll be content with what we have, right? Unless I become too rich and I forget the Lord, unless I become poor and I rob and steal, right? But yeah, but the poor he does not rebuke, okay? Meaning what? That the poor can't save the life, okay? The poor don't have the money, the riches to save their life. It's how they're different from the wicked, from the rich, right? The rich man, right? And this is what Lord go ahead. So who's gonna be the? So who's gonna, And let me actually read this in LT. It says the rich can pay a ransom for their lives, but the poor won't even get threatened. Okay. So a person riches may ransom a person riches may ransom their life, but the poor cannot respond to threat and rebukes. Okay, because what the poor don't have nothing to give, right? Basically, the poor cannot save themselves. Basically, they can't save themselves. All right, they just have to take whatever heat that comes to them. Right. And that's why the scripture said you know we're sheep in the midst of wolves, right? You know, we're not a predator. The sheep is not a predator. Okay, the sheep is a prey. Okay, and these different wolves that's surrounding around us, right? They prey on us, right? But we can't necessarily fight back. For example, Esau and his government. We see Esau and government preying upon us, right? On a daily, right? But we can't fight back. We can't fight back according to this flesh. Okay. We have we cannot respond to their evil attacks. Okay. You know. Um. I also like this in Ecclesiastes, also in the book of Sirach 13:23, it reads, "When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he says, they extol it to the clouds. But the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? If he stumble, they will help to overthrow him." Okay. I actually like this one too. Sirach 13:22 reads, "When a rich man is fallen, he has many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet man justify him. The poor man slip, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely and could have no place." Okay. So it shows how, if you're rich, because if you're rich, and you have wealth, okay, you know, you're basically a friend of this world, right? You have many friends of this world. You know, but if you're poor, right, and you're not rich, okay, you know, you don't have friends of this world in a sense, right? Okay. So, yeah, so probably I'll close it there. But again, and this is why we need YAHAWASHI, right? Ultimately YAHAWASHI is what's, he's gonna save us, okay? He's gonna be our helper, okay? When we fall, the Lord gonna help us, okay? You know. So I'm gonna say, bring all the praises to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH, and Son, Shalom.